research to determine the feasibility of measuring the flammability characteristics of forests and jungle growth, modifying flammability so that vegetation would readily support combustion, and developing measures to destroy large areas of forest by fire. Forest flammability can be greatly increased by killing all shrub vegetation, selecting optimal weather conditions for burning and igniting fires in pre-selected patterns. Page 3. The program was concerned with basic flammability problems of the major vegetation types of the world, i.e., they wanted to know how to incinerate any forest, anywhere, at any time. Page 6. The effect of heat kill on opening up the forest canopy for aerial observation is practically identical to that achieved by spraying the forest with defoliant chemicals. The leaves fall off, given time, but the twigs and limbs remain. Page 8. Under exceptional circumstances, forest fires may develop into the phenomenon known as a firestorm. This combination results in the development of strong surface winds which act to fan the fire and increase its burning rate. The increased burn rate causes more rapid air entrainment with a consequent further increase in wind speed, which increases burning rate still faster, which increases, etc., until all available fuel has been burned. Wind velocities exceeding 100 miles an hour are often attained during peak firestorm development.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Starkey Farmstead. Sorry about the lighting in the room. We leave to go home tomorrow from Washington. I had to make this video. So California is burning, and I don't mean just a little bit of burning, but here's what I want you to understand. Starting early yesterday morning, right? Today is the 7th, so on the 6th of January, 2025, extreme winds, sound familiar? Sounds like Maui, came in, mixing it up. We know they've been heavy cloud seeding all this whole entire coast from California to Washington through Oregon. It has been horrific these last few months, almost as if, well, you know, or you don't, but you should at this point. Now, I ran across a video that talks about the military deciding how they were going to use high intense fires to control things, right? Not that that's their job, but we know how much the military loves to do studies about stuff like this. So I'm going to show you these couple of clips, and then I'm going to talk to you about the firestorms that people are seeing right now across California. Folks, this is bad. This is bad.
And final report, June 1970. Yet more insanity from the military-industrial complex. This formally classified U.S. military report provides in-depth detail on the methods the military uses to prepare vast swaths of forests for extremely intense wildfire incinerations. The United States Forest Service provided much of the data for the U.S. military. Question, is that really the job description for the Forest Service, to instruct the U.S. military on how to, quote, set the stage for maximum intensity wildfire incinerations by months-long atmospheric spraying of desiccants and defoliants? Are U.S. citizens and populations around the world now in the same category as the Viet Cong were during the U.S. invasion of Vietnam? Geoengineeringwatch.org has desperately tried to sound the alarm on this exact scenario for a decade and a half. Even more disturbing about this report is the fact that it includes specific data that outlines the best engineered wildfire incineration timing for various regions in the U.S. and other nations that are thought to be U.S. allies. One of the regions in the U.S. that is specifically covered in this report is Mount Shasta, California, my backyard. Top fire agency officials have repeatedly acknowledged the now unprecedented behavior of wildfires.
Every year is worse than the last. Why? All official sources refuse to or are unable to offer any valid explanation for the increasingly catastrophic fires and fire behavior. Why not?
Every single person that I've talked to so far has made the mention that I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. It's burning differently. It's burning more aggressive than it has in years past. And I know we say that every year, but it's unprecedented. It's burning in every direction all at the same time.
Other cities and regions that are rated for their incineration potential in this report include Washington, D.C., Florida, New Mexico, New York, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, Minnesota, and in the formerly golden state of California, Los Angeles, Mount Wilson, Blue Canyon, and, as mentioned a moment ago, in my neck of the woods, Mount Shasta, California.
Just sounds so much like Maui. Fire trucks are being sent out to help fight fires in one part, just to have fires start where they just left. We hear that Gavin Newsom basically has cut funding to clearing out vegetation as well as to the fire department. They're running out of water. That sound familiar to you guys? Flat running out of water in certain areas. There are no firemen to fight. Houses are burning. Guys, this is really serious. But what I want you to understand is this is not global warming. This is weather warfare from our government to the people. All right? We have proven it to you time and time again that they can do this. It is possible. They have the technology. They have the studies from the 1970s. As more and more top secret stuff comes out, it's mind-blowing that somebody could think that driving a car or owning cows is causing what you're seeing. Now, these firestorms were intended to happen. So look at this. Watch this. This is insanity. And you can find videos like this all over Twitter, all over TikTok. Go do your research. Stay on top of it. If you're from Cali, God bless you. Know that the rest of the nation is praying for you guys. This is really, I think, just going to be Maui 2.0. Because I did find a lot of information for something called California Forever. And when I get home over the next couple of days, I'm really going to dig into that. But basically, it just sounds like a whole bunch of little 15-minute cities. And you know, when you've got a crowded area with a lot of old ownership of buildings and people don't want to give up their rights, what's the quickest way to get something from somebody? Run them out. And look at the area that they're currently burning. That's all I got for you guys. Love you.